Paulybuck.
You beat me.
For once, man.
I was ready too.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Snowy day here.
Is it? How many inches?
Still waiting on that sponsorship, by the way.
Prime, hook it up, guys.
That's what she said. How many inches? 2 to 4.
That's
the way.
What she said. No.
And we're supposed to accumulate just a little bit more, and then it's going to switch all over to rain, and it's going to be a mess. So there you are. Welcome to Michigan. Go Lions.
Yeah, we haven't had a flake yet in North Carolina, but we got a guest on tonight who's going to have the weather update from South Florida.
Oh.
But guys, you are listening to the Crucible. This is the Crucible Podcast with myself, Silver Husky, and we got Paulybuck.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome and thanks for joining. Make sure you get signed up for that giveaway. We're giving away a 5-ounce poured silver piece. 3 ways to win. One is go on the website, get signed up for the newsletter. That's going to be on www.cruciblelive.com. Second way to win is on Instagram at the Crucible Podcast. Just follow us there. And the third one is go to our exclusive YouTube channel at the Crucible Podcast.
The exclusive. I forgot the dash last week.
That's all right, man. Nobody signed. No, I'm just kidding.
I saw one or two.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Right.
So let's do it. Let's do a drum roll. Who do we got today?
Let's take a guess. Any guesses? Well, they're gonna know. So here we go. What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
Guido.
What's up?
What is
zoomed
up,
in,
guys?
There you go. Guido zoomed in.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, so he's got decent weather. I've got weather that's just terrible. How are you doing in Florida?
Oh, it's beautiful over here.
I know the past couple of weeks you guys had some wicked weather come through, didn't you?
Yeah, the wind and some rain, but other than that, it was in the 60s. So I had my earmuffs, my gloves, I was ready to go.
I was in full
Floridians
at all.
Just full snowsuit.
You Floridians with your thin blood.
We have very thin blood, very thin.
Right down.
Yeah.
So, Guido, you are one of the very few internet personalities that I've actually had the pleasure of meeting in person. For the viewers or for the people who don't know us from way back when, I actually got to meet him and go to his house and hang out with you, your now fiance, right?
Yep.
And your mom. How is Mama Guido?
She's doing good.
Awesome,
Still
man.
Cooking and doing her thing, going to the casino.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
I probably bumped into her at the casino once or twice, man. I used to frequent that place, man.
There's a good chance, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's the one on 441.
Yep.
Yeah,
Coconut
that's my
Creek.
spot. Yep.
That's the one.
Good stuff.
I gotta stay out of them places, man. My wife has no off button.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
now we got
the
sports betting over here.
Oh, dude, I'm terrible with it too. It's terrible. It's
Go all in on the Lions.
I've hit some things, but yeah, it does make you feel like it's rigged a little bit. It's like, some
it's
things
almost too good to be true. Like you think these things should and could happen, and then you're like,
Yep.
Next.
So actually the other night, I don't know if this is what you guys want to talk about, but I picked in a parlay Minnesota in basketball. I should have never, and I told myself not to because it only paid an extra like $10 because they were so heavily favored, and I forgot to take it off the parlay because I was like, why risk it in case I do lose? It only pays an extra like $10, and they ended up losing, and it ruined my whole parlay. Yeah.
I get into some goofy ones too. You'll start off with 3's just not good enough, and then you look at your 12 I think is plenty.
Yeah.
So you guys are speaking another language. I just stick to the hold'em table, man.
Hey, I'm trying to make $1 million on 10 cents, dude.
There you go.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
So Guido, you had quite the journey, man. I remember like from when we first met, you started off with like auctions and you were doing your own pours. Do you still do pours?
Not really.
I
don't really have a reason why either. I don't really have the time. I guess that's really it.
It's a
Yeah,
little cumbersome, I think.
yeah, yeah. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah, I got a couple scares. The silver splashed a couple times. When the
Mm,
crucible is not hot enough, or the mold is not hot
right.
enough, and so I was like, is it really worth it? So I might do one every once in a while, but who knows if the furnace even works anymore? It's been sitting there for
Right.
like a year, so who knows?
But you kind of
Plug it in and find out.
you stepped up big time though, right? You're a dealer. You're like a legit dealer now.
Yeah, I got the license, the secondhand dealer's license that you need in Florida, and yeah, full time now, which is yeah, it is pretty crazy because turning a hobby into your work is that's the dream, and it's yeah, it's pretty crazy. It is crazy. I don't believe it sometimes either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
So
awesome,
yeah.
man. I think Paulie and I have both gotten some good deals off of you.
Oh, for
Guys,
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah,
Oh, for sure, for sure. And you were talking about it. I don't know how many. It could have been 3 of your auctions ago, but you said something about possibly moving into a building.
yes,
Yes,
it could happen this year, actually, maybe within the
nice,
next couple months.
nice.
It would be a partnership with another dealer that's already brick and mortar, but it would be a good partnership because he doesn't have access to online and retail and stuff like that. He's more of the old school dealer, cash only, and
Sure.
nothing on the internet, that kind of thing. So I think
anyone
it'll
I
be
know?
maybe, I don't know.
All right. Yeah, let me know
The one in
later.
Coconut Creek.
Coconut Creek.
Have you ever been there? It's small. It's a small
Mm-mm.
shop.
Oh, was it on
Um,
sample?
it's off of Lions.
Okay, no, probably not.
No?
Nah.
But yeah,
Cool though.
that's the one. Yeah. So we'll
Nice.
see what happens. We still gotta work it out because obviously he's fully established. I'm established in my own way. I have my eBay that's established. He's got his eBay. So there's a lot of things we gotta figure out, and especially like the splits and stuff
Sure,
like that. So
sure.
Nice, man.
yeah.
Very cool, man. Well, hey, best of luck to you on that, man. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great news to hear. When I heard
Yeah.
it, I said, "Damn, he come a long, long way."
Yeah.
Because
So
so you had your auction. What's today? Today's Tuesday. You had an auction yesterday. So I put on there. Every month they give you a free milestone, right? And I think it was 36 or 38 months. But yours was one of the first I started watching on YouTube. So if it's 36 or 38 months as a member of that channel, I know I watched for a month, maybe 2 before I even typed anything in the chat. Just watching in the
yeah,
background, which I know a lot of people do. And I mean, that's a long time. And you
that
did
is a
it
long time.
before that. I think you have members going on 4 years plus, probably.
Yeah. Yep. So the oldest auction was this guy that's no longer doing them. Trying to remember his name. Monkey Spaz, I think is the name. He was doing the auction, and that's where I got the idea. I'm like, no one's really doing auctions on YouTube right now. And so I would watch, and then I bought from him to see the process.
Uh-huh.
And it was very mild. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was just kind of bland. And
Mm.
eventually he just started stopping the auction right in the middle. Like he'll be going for 20 minutes, put something up, no bids, and then he just shut it down.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I want to give it a try, but maybe add a little more flair. But if you watch the first auctions I did, they're it's bad. But that's how it is.
I went back and watched one of your very first videos, man. It's inspirational to all the new YouTubers out there. If you guys want
Yeah.
to see
They're rough, but yeah, I kept them there because that's
Yeah.
where it all started. So you
Absolutely.
gotta leave
Exactly.
them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you, where did you get your inspiration for the pasta gaw?
Yeah, no
I have
doubt.
no idea.
No
Maybe
doubt.
just because it's in my roots. I'm
That
Italian.
drove my
It's
wife
natural.
nuts. That drove my wife nuts.
That
I said,
Lady
"Get ready
Gaga
for it.
video?
Get ready for it." She says, "Shit, not this again." I said, "Oh
So
yeah."
is that a video you made, or did you just pull it
I
off?
I added little things in the video, like little clips, little clip arts,
Like the fart
and
noise.
then clipped. It's a longer song, believe it or not. And I just clipped it and put it all together and then made it into that. But
Nice.
no, it was already made, which I saw it on the internet. I'm like, this is it. This is the song, you
Heck
know?
yeah, man.
So
That's
Fits
hilarious.
beautifully. Fits beautifully.
No, I like it. I like those little because from one auction to the next, there's little things that make them unique and
right.
brings your customers back. Do you have any customers that have been around from the beginning, or
Yeah,
do you cycle
actually,
through them usually?
a few of them are still around, and that's pretty rare because you know how it is. They come
Yeah.
and go,
Hmm.
especially when they come out like real strong, and then all of a sudden they just
Fizzle out. Yeah.
disappear,
Hmm.
or they'll start selling, and then you never see them again. And but yeah, I still have some people that still buy, and they've been around since I can remember.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome. Very cool. So, some questions for you, man.
yeah.
Any advice to a brand new stacker, somebody who's just getting into the game?
Um, the best advice I could possibly give is don't buy over your means, because that seems like what a lot of new guys do. They come in and they start buying like crazy, and then they have to sell right away, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you lose interest that way too, because um it's not easy to sell, first off, and then you're gonna lose money guaranteed. If you buy within a month and then 2 months later you got to sell it, you're gonna lose money. That's just how it is, and
Yeah.
that leaves a really bad taste in people's mouths, and they just get out of the hobby
Get right out
completely.
of it.
So
Right. Right.
Hmm.
yeah, I would say don't buy more than you're supposed to. Figure out what you can afford and stick to that, and do it steadily for at least plan 5 to 10 years.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
Good
yeah.
stuff, man. And when did
100%.
you first start getting into metals?
2012. So I was working as a bellman at a hotel,
Hmm.
and so I had the 401k, I had all this stuff, but I wanted something that was kind of like a hobby, but also an investment.
Right.
And I started looking into gold and silver, and I've always liked like uh, old coins. I always thought that was so neat, thinking about the history and you know what did this coin buy back in the day, who
Right.
held it. It's just so cool
Right.
to me. So that's how I got into it, and then but it saved me so many times, because I was trying to start a pool business, which you would think in Florida is a great business,
Right.
but it's not.
Really?
It's difficult, yeah, because people don't pay you on time. You could go like 2, 3 months without people paying you, or you do a job and they don't pay you. That's the story of any contractor. But
Right.
Sure.
they
Sure.
I was doing both the bellman and the pool business, and they fired everybody at the hotel. So the pool business became the only source of income, and I
Oh,
was
damn.
struggling bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was not ready to be the only source.
Hmm.
So but yeah, so I had to sell my stack several times, and thank God I had it, because I wouldn't have got through.
Right on, man. Now
Yeah,
See,
you done?
that's actually good to hear, because people think that it's there and it's always going to be there, but it's there for that reason, that
right,
it's there to be used. It's not
right,
there just to
exactly.
collect dust. It's nice to hold, it's nice to look at, but when you need it, I mean, it's there.
Yeah, and a lot of wealthy people buy it until they find another investment, and they'll
Okay.
sell it to jump into a lateral investment like
Hmm.
property or something like that. And
That's smart.
that's something. It's the kids these days mostly that they want to get rich right away. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah.
want to buy like the Bitcoin and you know become a millionaire overnight. And gold and
Yeah.
silver's not going to do that.
No.
But it's going to do a lot for you as far as saving money and stuff like that. And when an opportunity comes, if you're smart with it, then that's what it's there for. Yeah, absolutely.
Now you probably deal with a lot of the wealthy buyers who buy large quantities at once. What do you find they typically buy? Are they buying silver or gold?
I, I, So mostly they want gold, but I also try and sway them to silver for two reasons. One is a selfish reason, and the other is because you really should, diversify. You shouldn't just buy gold. You shouldn't just buy silver. Silver is, the it has the better chance of
Upswing.
getting the
Yeah.
higher yield than gold. But so I always tell them to get a little bit of both, and the margins are a lot better on silver. That's a selfish reason. So,
Yup.
but yeah, I have a customer that buys 250,000 every 3 months, and they usually do gold most of the time. Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
amazing.
the wealthy
That's
definitely want
awesome.
gold. What's that?
That's amazing.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
That's
And but
that's
yeah, they
something.
they want gold. It's hard for me to convince them to get silver. It's just they're elderly and silver's bulky, it's heavy,
Right.
and when you're talking that much money, that's a lot of weight in silver
Sure.
for
Hell yeah.
someone that's elderly.
So what have you seen on the other side as far as selling? What's easier to offload? If you've got a stockpile of generic silver versus generic gold, which one do you think offloads quicker?
The silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
benefit there. That's good.
Yeah. And you could also offload it to other wholesalers, right? And it's very easy and
Mm,
you won't get beat up. Whereas the generic gold, you're gonna sell it under spot.
mm,
And you could get beat up depending on when you bought it and stuff like that. So if I ever buy generic gold, I'm buying it under spot and I'm selling it right away. I'm not even holding it at all
mm.
because
Moving it
there's no
quick.
premium and
Yeah,
right
spot
now we're on a
tanks.
down market too. So
Yeah, that
what were you
makes sense.
saying?
I was saying if spot tanks, you're out. You're
Oh
out of
yeah.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Yep.
What do you go by for spot price? What's your go-to? I know a lot of people go to JM. What's your
Kitco.
Kito?
All the dealers use Kitco. So if they say, 1.5% over spot, you automatically know they're talking about Kitco.
Hmm.
So it was kind of weird when Kitco got hacked because it wasn't there.
When was
So
this?
yeah, they got hacked. It was last week, I think.
Really? I hadn't heard anything about
I
it.
haven't
Yeah.
heard nothing.
And
Huh.
yeah, they got hacked. That's why if you go to Kitco now, it's a different website. It doesn't even look the same anymore.
Wow.
So
Paulie, I
yeah,
think
it
we're
was
gonna
kind
have
of
to do a
awkward
show on
during
that.
that phase
Yeah,
because
we talked
nobody
about
knew.
the hacks, the computer hacks in Vegas to those casinos.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
right.
this is the first I've heard about the Kitco.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very cool. Guido, tell me on the other side of it for new sellers, like obviously people have been amassing their stack for a while. If I was a new seller, what tips would you have for me to get me to where you're at today?
I would say networking is a huge thing. Get in those Facebook groups, Instagram, and kind of make a name for yourself,
Mhm.
one way or another. And it's not easy. I mean, you could lose packages in the mail,
Mm.
especially with USPS the way it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're the worst.
so I mean, that's one of the perks of selling to a dealer. What is that?
This is what you're kind of talking about, the United States Postal Service. So this just sits on my desk, right? I sold this to somebody
Uh
and
huh.
it got stuck. The package got stuck, I'm assuming
Oh,
on one of their
Conveyor belts or
yeah,
something.
conveyor
Yeah,
belt. There's the word I'm looking for.
it's
And it just
bent,
sat
right?
there.
it's ground down, man.
It's completely ground
Wow.
down.
Holy
Right
cow.
there you
I've
go.
never seen that.
And
Wow.
so the buyer sent me this picture and it was all taped up from the postal service. And I said, well, that's obviously not the way I sent it.
Right.
And I said, send it back. When I get it, I'll send you another coin, the exact same thing, brand new. And hopefully this one makes it to you the way it should.
Yeah.
So he did. He sent it back and I sent him a new one. And this sits on my desk because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's another thing. You gotta have money, on reserve for things like that. So just 3 weeks ago I had a package cut open. It was theft, USPS,
Mm.
and it was a $4,000 package. So like if you don't have the money to cover that, what are you gonna do? Now you got the buyer expecting something So I mean, it's not as easy as you think. You know how it is. I mean, you've
Yep.
sold, but um, obviously, the more you do it, the more likely something like that's going to happen. So
Sure.
Guido, I want to isolate that topic right there. Talk to me about like how that happens, what you can do about it, how the USPS resolves or doesn't resolve
Right.
it. What
Right.
happens? Tell
no,
me about
you're screwed basically.
Yeah.
I have third party insurance now after that because I'm like, okay, that happens a couple times a year. I'm in trouble. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So now I have third party insurance, which I didn't have before. It's self insure. So if something like, your coin getting ground up like that, I would cover it and send it out, a replacement. But I'm constantly sending these huge packages, 10,000, 5,000, 6. So I can't, I'm like, I can't risk it. So, yeah, if you don't insure it through USPS, they won't cover it. Doesn't matter. Even if it's their employee, which I think is a giant
right.
scam.
And that happens all the time, man.
It happens very often. And it's just so weird because my packages don't indicate what's in it. So like, why would they even cut it?
Right. Right. Right.
And and they cut through 2 boxes because I do box in a box. So I don't know. But yeah, you're
Yeah, that's
screwed if you don't
strange.
pay for insurance.
So
Yeah.
your insurance is through USPS?
No, it's a totally separate, it's a third party
You
insurance
want
company
you want a name drop for the
specific
people?
for coins. What's that?
You want a name drop for the people watching?
I'll tell you right now. I think
Yeah, that'd
it's
be awesome.
Fathers of, hold on. But it's a big company that a lot of the coin dealers use. I'll tell you right now. I got to check my email.
I sure as heck could have used that, man. When we were running Metal Merchant, we lost. I think in
And
total it was close to about $2,000, 2.5 grand in packages.
Oh
and
man,
how
yeah.
much extra work is that for you? Is every package you send insured by that third party, or just specific packages that you want to have insured by that?
So they have requirements. It's FOA and Son. That's the
FOA
name of
and
the company.
Son. Okay.
Yeah. If anybody's interested and you want the contact information, I'll give it to you. Just shoot me an email. But
And Guido's
um,
information will be down below in the description for
Yeah.
anybody that needs to get a hold of him or want to follow him on YouTube or Instagram or wherever the hell else you are.
Yeah, you gotta Guido. If you have an affiliate link for that, we can drop it in our description if you have one.
okay, I could look and see if they have anything like that. But
Yeah.
uh, so I covered my inventory, right? So that's another thing that's covered now.
Hmm.
And they have requirements. So any package over 5,000 needs to be sent express. Okay, through
Got it.
USPS, but it needs
Okay.
to be sent express. If it's not, they won't cover it. And it has to be box in a box.
Got it.
So double boxed. So if they find out you didn't do that, they're not going to cover it. So there's
Sure.
little requirements that you need still. And they'll cover it as long as you do those, and then your premium will go up if you claim anything.
Hmm.
So for something small, I wouldn't claim it,
Yeah.
right? So if someone stole a $300 package, I would eat it and pay the 300 because I don't want my premium to go up.
Right.
Now, if someone stole a $20,000 package, I'm going through the insurance. I don't care if my premium goes
Right.
up.
Yeah, right.
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 So you got to pick your battles with it. But it's almost become a necessity now,
That's
So
crazy. I
yeah.
might get a job at the U.S. Postal Service just because.
Right?
Well, that's
Start
actually good to hear
slicing
because
stuff.
I haven't heard of anybody else talk, and maybe it's just not talked about, but
Yeah.
carrying a third party insurance. That's
Yeah.
it's
A lot of
peace of
dealers
mind.
do self-insure,
Yeah.
which is, I mean,
That's smart.
yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
But no, I needed the third party insurance anyways. It's just too much money going through the mail, and they're just so disorganized right now. It's not, I want to go to sleep at night.
Yeah,
Now I'm
no
worrying,
doubt.
is that package gonna get there,
No doubt.
You seen that meme? They're like, it's in God's hands now. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't do nothing
exactly.
about it. Man, I hate
But
that.
yeah, so I've had 2 packages cut, and I think it's someone at my local post office that now knows, if they see that title for the business, there's something good in there because there's just no way, there's no, and it was cut exactly the same spot
Yeah.
and retaped.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's
Yep.
nuts, man.
Oh, I got you. So they're cutting it, retaping it, sending it as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you use
Yep.
the fiber tape? You ever try that?
That's what I use. Yeah, the threaded tape.
Really?
Threaded tape. Yep. And I
Dang, man.
usually double tape it if
Bastard.
it's expensive,
You guys don't play
and
around.
if someone wants to get in, they're gonna get in it.
Yeah, of course, man.
And it's got to be someone that has time to
Yeah, no doubt.
cut it, and you know what I mean.
You got to do one. Have you seen those packages they do with the glitter bomb in them, or like
I would oh man, I would love to do that.
spray bomb?
I would love to do it, but I want to see it though.
Yeah,
right.
that's when you put a little GPS and a camera inside, so you
Yeah,
can eventually
yeah.
find it. That'd be great.
Or just report it. Was there one of your employees covered in glitter? Well, that's the thief.
Gotcha. This guy.
Yep.
Man. Cool, man. Guido, I seen you done a lot of traveling in the past couple of years. Off topic, man. Off topic.
That's all right. Yeah.
That's cool, man. So when you go to these other countries, do you you buy coinage from there?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Every country I ever go to, I try and at least go into one coin shop. Maybe not with the intention to buy because communication might be a little hard, but
Sure.
at least to see the operation, the way they're set up, and just knowledge, But Europe I was saying it last night on my stream, Europe is a great place to buy coins.
How so?
They have a lot of American coins that they don't value there like we do here. Because nobody wants it's like us buying Krugerrands, that's why Krugerrands are cheap. Nobody really wants to buy Krugerrands like that, we want eagles, we want buffaloes. So it's the same over there. They want their country's coins.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, a lot of the American coins are unprocessed. They're not cleaned. They're original coins, never been graded. So you can make a killing. But I mostly go for the ancients. Yeah, I like the ancient coins. I mean, that's just my personal thing. I just fell in love with the ancients.
Now, you were in South America, in Peru, a few years back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I saw a photo of you in Aguascalientes in Machu Picchu.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. Yep.
Yeah, man. I've been there. That's why I was like, I recognize that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've been there.
Yeah. Did you get sick? Because I got sick.
I did. I got altitude sickness. I was puking my brains out.
Yeah, I didn't get that bad, but I had zero appetite. I could not eat. Yeah. Yep. I in Florida.
I drank too much, man. I drank too much is the problem. I was at altitude and I was drinking, and that messed my world up, man.
Oh no, I didn't drink. I didn't even want to test it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to test it. Yep.
So, did you go to any coin shops in Peru?
No, actually, we couldn't find any, to be honest.
Really? I know a lot of the markets, they sell silver like dirt cheap, man. Even jewelry, chains, things like that. You can get them for cheap over there.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but
when I went there, I wasn't a dealer or anything like that. So I wasn't hungry to go look for it,
Gotcha.
But now, I make it a point. We have to find a coin shop, So
yeah, I hear you. So your fiance, she's into it too?
No, but she likes that whole experience though, going into the shop and then me struggling to communicate. She loves me struggling. So so she likes that part of it.
Now, Guido, was it me imagining this, or did I see you and her in a coin shop one time and you had her sorting through quarters or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sure that
yeah.
That was funny, man.
I said, if you find any 32S or D, and I showed her where you tell me, so
nice.
So she was doing that. Yeah, because they don't know the key dates over there either,
Well, there you go.
So yeah, she was going through peace. I had her going through peace dollars, Morgans. I'm like, if you see a CC, you give it to me,
Yeah.
So yeah,
slide it over.
That's awesome, man. Well, that's cool that you got her into it, because I know that's a struggling point for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know Pauly and I had that conversation.
Yeah, we've had that conversation. Yeah.
It could be
tough. You guys get in trouble with the wives about buying stuff, or?
No, it's the understanding of this actually has a value. It's not just me out buying dumb shit,
Right.
That's the tough part. Until it starts accumulating, and even like Husky and I we've just said, we talked about in the past, seeing that you can sell it and now turn it into the stuff that you're used to seeing,
Right,
cash,
exactly.
this is value. It's just, you can't take this and go to the grocery store right now with it. If it
Right.
ever came to
One
that,
more
sure.
step.
Yes, we can
Yeah.
do it. But it's just another form of savings, is what I keep trying to pump through her brains there. And
Yeah.
coming around. It's coming around.
Little by little. Yeah.
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 With
Oh yeah.
me,
If they don't understand it, forget it. I know. It looks like another hobby we're just, blowing
That's
our money
exactly
on.
right. It's just
Yeah.
another thing that he's gonna be in, and then it's gonna be over with.
But
And
I will tell you this, she was not happy about me getting into like sports collectibles because I started dabbling in that a little bit. She was not happy about that. So
you got to
that's
compromise,
touch
man.
and go, man. That
yeah.
can be risky stuff. And that's another thing. You talk about selling metals is kind of hard. You start getting into sports memorabilia. I mean, you see it with precious metals. You buy stuff you like because it looks good,
Right.
and you paid an extra premium for it. But if it comes time, people got to know that the next guy might not like that, and you may
Yep.
not get back what you have into it. And
Yep.
that goes, the same with sports stuff. It
Oh,
all, it's hit or miss. Been
it's
there. Been
worse.
there.
It is
Yeah.
worse in there because at the end of the day, cards are cardboard,
Yeah.
and I mean, and it's crazy because it really depends on the performance of the player too.
Sure. Sure.
Like I had a Josh Allen rookie card signed at one point when they're going to the playoffs. They won against the Dolphins. It was worth like 600. Now they lost, and I see the values just dropping
No.
on these
Drops.
things, and it's like
This drops.
crazy,
And
So
where a player like Mahomes, his is always going to stay kind of where it's at, because he's just a great player on a great team, and his
well,
value
not only
really
that,
hasn't dropped. But you can't go pick up his rookie cards for what you used to be able to pick
oh
them up
yeah,
for.
and he's got 2 Super Bowls too, so
Yeah, yeah, and still playing
so
for another
he's
one this year.
solidified. Yeah, yep, for sure. But yeah, so I slowed down on the buying of that stuff because she gets on
She
me.
wasn't having it.
No, she sees this
Yeah.
giant box. She's like, "That's another helmet, isn't it?" I'm like,
Ah.
"No."
Hey, I've been looking at them on eBay as well. I want a Lions, the 90-year anniversary, that old logo that they
Oh
have,
yes,
and
yes.
it's a beautiful, like, brushed blue color and gray. It's just a beautiful looking
Oh,
helmet.
actually, can I show you something real quick?
Do it.
You're gonna love
Do it.
this. Hold on one sec.
Right
Because
on, man.
believe it or not, I'm a Dolphin fan, number 1. The Lions have always been my second favorite team, always,
Hey,
and they've been historically terrible.
sure.
But when I was growing up, I remember
0-16.
watching Barry Sanders
Yes.
run, and I used to love watching him play,
Yep.
So, hold on, let me show you this. You're gonna like this.
And I'm going to touch on what he's saying about Barry Sanders. That running back we have now, Jahmyr Gibbs, is going to be an amazing player. And we're going to have him for many, many years. Yeah, look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look
It's
at that.
on run, same
Yeah,
brown right
St.
there.
Brown. Yeah.
That's a nice helmet, right?
Right, that's
very
a nice helmet.
man.
That's not the one I'm looking for, but that's a nice helmet.
Yep.
But I'll
and then I
take
got
it.
There he is.
Yep, there's the black one, Barry Sanders. Yep.
Yep.
That's
Damn.
nice, man. That's pretty.
Very
They're
nice.
for sale, by the way.
They're
Hey.
for sale, by the way. I bet they are, damn it.
Pauly.
Hey, do those have padding on the inside on the top, or are those just for autographs?
So there's 2 versions of the helmet. You could get the replica, which is the plastic in inside, or you can get the real one, which is the padded. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The St. Brown one is authentic. The Barry Sanders is not. It's got the
See,
plastic.
because I've seen them where they have the padding on the sides, but nothing up top.
Right.
And those are replicas, and you can buy all the decals and make them look as official as you want to. It's just the padding up top for me to wear it and bash my head against the wall while I'm watching the Lions play.
Yep. Not only that, but they're not as heavy either. When you pick them up,
right.
You feel it right away which ones are not real.
No, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
So
So,
Guido,
yeah,
Yeah, we're staying
dabble
alive,
in that.
man. We're staying alive.
we got coins and we got sports memorabilia. What else you collect, man? I know there's something. You can collect pasta. Right? No.
I definitely collect pasta.
But what else you got, man? What else you collect?
I like a lot of antiques, but I don't really sell them, and I buy them sporadically. I have like weird antiques in the house.
You talking
I,
like glassware or?
no, literally anything that I think is cool. Like I have a statue of a lion. It's a food dog. And it's like solid brass.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
apparently you're supposed to have both the male and the female.
Ah,
And I only have the male, so I've been looking for the female, the one that matches for a long time.
Right
And
on.
I've only seen another male on eBay. But my mom bought that thing so long ago for like, I don't know, peanuts. And now they're actually really expensive. It's like
I guess
$1,200 for that thing.
Ooh,
Yeah, so that
nice.
thing's gone up in price. So like that's another thing I like, some antiques and wines. I have a collection of wine
all right.
and
Right.
watches, and that's it.
You do any like thrift shopping or Goodwill hunting?
No,
No.
but it is something I would like to do because
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. And you can make good money doing that. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, that
Um,
arbitrage.
and I had a buddy that went to Goodwill and he found some coins that were actually decent that they didn't know
Really?
what they were.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've
So you
I've
never know, I
never
guess.
I've never found coins at any thrift shop. I've been and I ask and they never have them.
Yep.
Like
I forgot which one. I think it was Goodwill. He said he found them. Yep. So you
crazy.
never know.
Right. My wife found, where is it? This. She found this at a Goodwill. And
Oh, I got one of them. I got one of
yeah,
them from
That's
I've
Goodwill
cool.
also.
I've showed Husky this before. So it's
Yeah.
it's cologne. It used to be her aftershave, and it's the Morgan dollar.
But that's cool though. Yeah. Like see,
Yeah.
like that would be something I would buy and
You know what was
she would
cool
get mad
about
at
it
me.
is that she knew what it was when she saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't say, look for this, look for that. She knew that that was a Morgan dollar and that I would like that. So there it sits on the desk.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I would buy for sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Avon.
And get in trouble for.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's what it's all about. Just gotta
Yeah.
apologize after the fact. Take her out to dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think last question for you, man. What kind of food you like aside from Italian?
Oh, I was gonna say Italian.
Something else.
Actually, Chinese food. I love Chinese food.
Okay.
My daughter works
I
at a
love
Chinese
like
place.
stir fry and
Yeah.
dumplings and
Well, you're in the wrong state for that, man. You got to go to California.
I know. I know.
Florida
No,
doesn't
but
have a lot of.
I mean, I don't know. I could eat Chinese food like every day, egg rolls
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's like real Chinese, but
Right.
that kind
Close
of like
enough.
New York style Chinese, I will tear it up. Oh yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
Damn good.
Cool,
That is
brother.
good.
Well, Guido, man, I appreciate you. It's good seeing you again. We're so happy to have you on
hell
the
yeah.
show, brother.
Thank you guys.
And
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for taking the time
Listen,
out.
anytime you guys want me to pop up on here, I'm down.
hey,
Nice.
thanks, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
We
Good
appreciate
stuff, man.
that.
And guys, thanks for watching the Crucible. We'll catch y'all next week.
See you next week.